Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to Fails and Flops Fridays. If you're not familiar with my channel or Fails and Flops Fridays, obviously I cannot speak today. But what I do is I just go through some products that I have been, well, first let me get situated, that I have tried out this week and they didn't work for me for whatever reason. I am not by any means calling any of these things crap products. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through, tell you what hasn't been working for me, why it didn't work for me, and then I'm also going to give you another alternative for that product. I am in no means bashing these companies or even bashing the products. They just did not work for me. All of these products, with the exception of like two, I love a lot of things from like other products from these companies. And the only reason I'm just saying with the exception of two is just because I haven't ever tried any other products from their companies. So we are just going to go ahead and get started. Another disclaimer, there is a lot of e.l.f. products in here today. If you know me, I love e.l.f. products. They're cheap. For what you pay for, you get amazing quality with most of their products. A couple of them just haven't been working for me. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing, and I blame YouTube for this purchase. I got this during the Sephora. My foot's falling asleep. Hold up. Okay, I bought this during the Don't fall. Awesome. I got this during the Sephora like 15% off sale that they had a couple weeks ago, and I've been wanting to try it out because y'all know I love me some lip products, and this has been all the rage on YouTube lately. It is the Bite Agave Matte Lip Mask, and you get this tube, and I actually kind of like the tube because it's like metally and you get like dents in it, and that's weird that I like it for that reason, but I do. I can't help it. But what it is, it's just this deeply moisturizing lip mask, apparently made out of agave, and it's really, really, really thick. And I was a little disappointed in this product for the simple fact that when I put it on, I guess because it has agave in it, I expected it to like smell or taste fruity. That's my bad probably, but it didn't have that. It doesn't really, I don't think it really has, doesn't really have much of a smell. But the consistency is very much like Vaseline or the like the squeezy tube Carmex, and that's what I would actually compare this to, is the squeezy tube Carmex. And you can get that stuff for like what, $1.50, $2 anywhere. And it actually has, in my opinion, this has the exact same result, feeling and, you know, texture and everything as the Carmex lip, like lip balms. And for me, this was, I can't even remember how much this was. If I had a Sephora close to me, I would actually probably send this back, but I'll use it just because I bought it. But it kind of has that, you know how with Carmex, like you kind of get that, not really like tingly feeling, but that kind of numb feeling on your lips when you put a whole lot of Carmex on. That's what this gives you. It is very moisturizing. It does what it says it's going to do, but I feel like you can get more bang for your buck with the Carmex brand. I don't have any Carmex in front of me, but the other thing that I've been using in instead of this, and this, like I said, I will probably use up or I'll give away to like my mom or my sister or somebody just because it's tight. But what I've been using is the Vaseline Rosy Lips Lip Therapy. If y'all watch my channel, you know I love this stuff. I slather this on at night. It is very, very, very well loved, and it's like $2. This stuff is incredible. They also have like an original form for like Vaseline. They also have a cocoa butter form, and I love this stuff. So that is that alternative. Now this is the Rimmel Scandalized Retro Glam, and it has this really weird like hourglass wand, which I don't hate. The only thing that I was not loving about this is that I don't know if it's because of the wand, but for whatever reason, when I put it on my lashes, it's really bad about getting spotted like all over my, who you be texting me? No. It's really bad about getting like all over my eyelid. And of course, the last thing I do is my mascara whenever I'm sitting on my pajama. I'm wearing pajama pants like straight up. But the last thing I do is put on my mascara. So it's really annoying when something gets like on my eyelids because then I have to like touch up my eye makeup again. It's just a pain. The formula of this is great. I love it. My alternative for this is definitely going to be the Rimmel Scandalized Flex. This stuff is amazing. And this is probably, honestly, like I said, the formula of this is amazing. I'm going to try this again in a couple weeks because it is a very wet formula. So I'm going to try it again in a couple weeks once it starts to dry up a little bit and see if this works a little bit better for me. But definitely my recommendation for an alternative for this is just the Scandalized Flex. This stuff is incredible. This is absolutely my holy grail drugstore mascara. That's what the brush looks like. Y'all know I love like actual bristle brushes, and this thing is huge, so you get some amazing like volume and separation with this thing. So that is definitely my recommendation for that alternative. That's gonna make me mad. Get out of my way. Okay, and I'm just gonna start throwing some stuff back in here. Okay, moving right along. Another mascara I've been trying out and I've been really actually disappointed in is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And I'm going to try just the original Voluminous because I've heard amazing things about this. The formula is great. I love the brush. It's super black. The only downside I have found about this is that it has I have really naturally long eyelashes, and some formulas of mascara will like rub up on my like my eyelid. Is that your brow bone? Yeah, like up on my brow bone, and I don't like I'm constantly having to like rub and like check and make sure that like my mascara isn't bleeding off or anything, and this does that. I'm going to let this dry up a little bit and see if that works. Because I love the formula of this. It's super cheap. I love the wand. So I'm going to try this out some more. But for right now, it is not my favorite. I was really actually disappointed. And then if this doesn't work with the Carbon Black, I'm going to try like the original Voluminous and see if that works better. For me, my recommendation in replacement of that, I actually have two. I have a higher end and a drugstore. I just bought this. I'll be posting a haul, so you'll see this in my haul, but this is the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Volume Express Mascara. And the reason why I picked this is because the formula is pretty similar, but that's what it looks like. It doesn't have this same type of wand, but the formula is very similar, and that's what I'm using. I use this as well as the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express on my eyes today, and I really like it. We will see if it bleeds off onto my eyelid, but so far so good. And then definitely the higher end is going to be the Benefit Bad Gal Lash. This stuff is probably this along with the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara is my holy grail higher end mascara, and the wand is very similar. The formula is pretty similar. This one is not as wet as the Carbon Black, but love this stuff. It's incredible. Okay, so moving right along. If you, which I will try and get that haul up today. I'm having some issues as far as getting that uploaded. But if you saw whenever you see my haul, you will see me be a little disappointed whenever I swatch this. This is the NYC High Definition Liquid Eyeliner in Extra Black. And this is what it looks like. It does have a bigger felt tip pen, which I am not the biggest fan of, but it is a cheap drugstore liquid eyeliner. I'm looking for some drugstore eyeliners that I'm just like in love with, because I definitely have like my high-end holy grail locked down. But I went to swatch this and just let's observe. So go to swatch it. It is not black at all. It is like super, super, super sheer. It bleeds really, really, really bad. Like if I sit there and go over it like 5 or 6 times, then it starts to get black. But you can see like that's already starting to bleed. So there's absolutely no way that this would last. And I thought that maybe it just got dried out from being stood up in the package for so long. So I stored it upside down all last night. So it was upside down for about 12 hours. And I thought maybe, fingers crossed, that the formula would be more black when I tried it today. Obviously it did not, and it is bleeding like a mofo. So this, no ma'am. No ma'am. A couple alternatives. I have a drugstore and a higher end alternative for that. I am trying out the Maybelline Line Stiletto Ultimate Precision Liquid Eyeliner. This is in brownish black. I don't have the black version because they were all out, but I will swatch it for you. I'm not the craziest about the pen on this because it's really flimsy, but the formula is fantastic. And that's what that looks like. That's just in the brownish black. And then my higher end alternative for that is definitely going to be the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. And that's what that looks like. Like the tip on this is money. Like you can't get any better than this. And I will just swatchy for you. Like this stuff is super, super, super black. And that's it right there. And when it says stay all day, it stays all day. I have to work to get that off of my eyelid. And that's what I like. If it says it's going to stay all day and it says it's waterproof, I want to have to work to get it off. And that stuff is money. Okay, so just a couple other products. I have an e.l.f. blush in Twinkle Pink, and that's what that looks like. The color is beautiful, but, and I'll show you when I don't know if you can see that like fallout, but it's super, super, super powdery. And I love most of the e.l.f. blushes, but there's a couple things I don't like about this one. This one is supposed to be a dupe for NARS Orgasm. And the color definitely is in pan, but you put it on there and it is workable, but it's more powdery than I would like it to be, but that's the color of it. And then it has like some hardcore glitter specks in it, which if you like blow on it, they will fall away, but I can't really blow on my own cheeks. So like anytime I wear this, I'm like, Chris, will you just kind of blow on my cheek to like make the glitter go away? And he gets really awkward about that. So I would rather not have to do that. A very, very, very good alternative, a very good e.l.f. blush that I absolutely do love is Tickled Pink. And basically it's the same color without the glitter, and it is a little darker. So that is the Twinkle Pink, and that is the Tickled Pink, and this is definitely a much better alternative to the Twinkle Pink, and that is Tickled Pink. Now y'all are probably going to be a little surprised whenever I tell you what my next one is, and because it is probably one of the most famous blushes of all time, and I can probably say that and you probably already know what I'm talking about. It is the NARS blush in Orgasm, and this blush is absolutely stunning. It's that perfect peachy pink color, has this beautiful like sheen to it. It's just very glowy. You'll notice that it looks a little bit like haggard on there, and that is because whenever I bought this, I went to put it on and I went to swatch it and nothing came out on my finger. And so I looked online, and a couple people were like, oh, well, you just have to, like, there's like a film on top of it to protect it. And I'm like, oh, okay, not so bad. So I rub it and I rub it and I rub it and I rub it and I rub it, and still nothing came out. And I had to absolutely work. I'll swatch this. Guys, this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blush. I will continue to use this, but the work that I have to do to get that payoff out of the pan is absolutely ridiculous. I understand putting a film on your product to protect the product, but I had to take a bobby pin and scrape it in order to get the payoff that I can get. And I'm sorry, spending $30 on a blush that I have to work that hard at to get out of the pan is absolutely ridiculous. I hate that. That is the fix it. Please fix it, because I really want to try a bunch of other NARS blush products like a Deep Throat. That is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blush, and I really want to try Laguna, their matte bronzer, but I'm not going to spend $30 to waste a quarter of the product by scraping it off to actually get through the film. It's ridiculous. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful drugstore alternative to it. I would not say that it is a dupe, but it is a very, very good alternative to it, is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. And that's what it looks like. Now these do vary from pan to pan. Some of them are a little more peachy, some of them are a little pinky. This is a little more on the peachy side, but this is an absolutely beautiful blush. And I have seen a lot of these, and that's what that looks like. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I have seen a lot of these in stores since I've purchased this one that are more pink. So just kind of, if you're going to go pick this up, kind of scroll through them if you want the more pinky one. But you cannot go wrong with the Milani Baked Blushes. They're absolutely beautiful. They have extremely amazing color payoff. They're very pigmented. They have wonderful staying power. So, I mean, and they're probably like $6 or $7, which is a little pricey for a drugstore blush in my opinion, but you get a lot of product for that. I use this almost every day, and let me show you one that, no, I won't show you one, but this goes like, this is like a little more of a ball. I've used this almost every day for the past 3 months, and it's barely been touched. I mean, it's not even like out even yet. So this, holy grail status right there. Okay, couple more e.l.f. things that I was really, really, really disappointed in. And that was, this is just the e.l.f. Like stick cream concealer. And first of all, the smell. This straight up smells like beef jerky. I know that's weird and a little like crazy, but it smells like beef jerky. And the product isn't, it's not too bad. This is in the shade Ivory, and that's what it looks like when you put on. It is very, very, very thick, and if you work with this and really blend it out, I could see it being okay, but it's very like tacky and thick and not very blendable. So you would really have to work to really make this work. So I have other products that I like better. I don't really have a stick form of the of concealer in drugstore, but high end, this is definitely my alternative to it. It is the Benefit Fake Up, and it's like this, looks like that, and it is in the shade 01 Light. This stuff is absolutely beautiful. It is super, super, super creamy, very blendable. What helps is that it has that moisturizing barrier around the actual like concealer, and mine's a little smudged because it gets a lot of wear and use out of it, but this stuff is amazing. It's not too bad for your under eyes either. It doesn't settle or crease too bad. You do want to make sure that you put a setting powder on top of it, or it will start to crease after some time. And it's actually really good for very mild blemishes to cover up. Okay, next up is, so I got my hair done the other day and it's darker. So I was trying to find, I had some eyeliner pencils here that in tints that I could use, but I've been trying to find a drugstore alternative. And so I picked this up. This is the Revlon Brow Fantasy in Dark Blonde. Has a pencil on one side and a tint on the other. The pencil isn't horrible. The one thing that I have noticed about a lot of drugstore brow products in blonde is that they have a tendency to come off with like a green tint. So you have to be careful about that, and that's exactly what is wrong with this product. The gel and the pencil both come off with a green tint, and really, I want to say this was probably like $5 or $6, and it's no. Just no. Amazing alternative for that, and it is drugstore. It's a little higher end in the drugstore, but you can get it at Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk Tinted Brow Gel, and I think this is like the only color they have. And then the Sonia Kashuk Brow Crayon in Taupe. These two are amazing. This is a straight up dupe, minus the fiber part, but a straight up dupe for the Benefit Gummy Brow. And if you guys will stick around, I'm going to be having a dupe video coming up very, very soon. But like today, to compare, I did this eyebrow with the Benefit Gimme Brow and this eyebrow with the Sonia Kashuk. And this one is actually a little bit darker today because I didn't really go through and with the spoolie very well in this one. But I'm not going anywhere, so I don't care. But this stuff is incredible. And I actually got this for if I do want to start to do a more defined brow. That's what I picked that up for. It is hot as Hades in here. Good Lord Almighty. Okay, so this is the last product, but it's another e.l.f. product. And y'all, I love e.l.f. products. But this one just was not working for me. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter in Glow Medium. And this is actually from two separate ones that I bought that had broke off. That's the first thing. They do not stay together whatsoever. This highlighter is pitiful. But it goes on like that, and that actually is not too bad of a liquid highlighter, but then you go to blend it out, completely disappears. It's gone. And again, they smell like chemically. A good alternative for that and a liquid highlighter is going to be the Benefit High Beam, and this is just a travel size, and this is absolutely beautiful. Anytime I do a liquid highlight, this is what I use. So that's it, and then you blend it out, and it's just this perfect pearly highlight. And then on the other side is the under eye concealer, and this concealer is actually really, 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 really good. I was actually really impressed with it, and I used this for the longest time. And it works really well. I have very sensitive under eyes though, and this actually had a tendency to burn when I put it on, but this concealer is actually really good. So if you don't have very sensitive under eyes, you should check that out because it's actually really good. A nice alternative for that, for the liquid concealers, if you want a wand kind, the Wet n Wild Coverall Liquid Concealer, this is in Fair, is actually really good. It's good for your under eyes, doesn't settle or crease, and this is a thicker consistency. And then the Glamoflage Hard Candy Heavy Duty Concealer. This stuff is badass. I'm telling y'all right now, it is awesome. A little bit goes a long way. Now the Wet n Wild one that I have is a more salmony concealer, so this is going to be really good for your under eyes to hide any dark circles. And then this is the Hard Candy. This stuff is awesome. This is actually pretty good under your eyes as well, for like it helps brighten up. And then I use it around my nose and on any blemishes. Totally have a sports bra on right now. Oh, I'm sweating bullets in here. But that is it for my flops and fails and flops. I don't remember what I call it. My fails and flops Friday. If you guys like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below and let me know what your fails or flops were for this week or any alternatives that you have for any of the ones that I mentioned today. I will be uploading a few videos within the next couple days. I'm going to be trying to film a couple more videos within the next couple days. I've got a dupes video coming up, Holy Grail video coming up, some of my I'm either going to do top 10 or top 20, top 10 products under $10 or top 20 products under $20. Y'all let me know below what you would like to see next. And until I see you guys next time, have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye.